Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we visit the historic Warner Cascade Theater Museum in Newcastle. And I make panzanella. It's Tuscan bread salad. But first, it is a must-see, the Falls Edge Glass Walkway.
As we look right up on these trees right there, we can see what we call blazes or trail markers.
Yeah.
And as we can see from this map, Falls Edge Glass Walkway, the glass bridge is on the white trail. So we're gonna head up this way. It's about a 4/10 of a mile round trip. So we got a couple minute walk ahead of us.
And then, will we get a really nice view of Minnehaha Falls? Is that why this selection was chosen?
So that was one of the big choices. It really centered on the gorge, and the waterfall is part of that gorge. The other big component to this is these, what we call points of interest, now have these new kiosk maps at them, or signs that kind of tell you what you're looking at. And we're going to cross a couple of those and we can stop and see them as well.
Very cool. So peaceful. And even though there's people all around, you still have moments to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's a light to moderate hike over an uneven terrain, and the entire park's like this. So we're on the easiest of our 4 trails. This one's, it's not bad. So as you can see, we have a concrete apron that leads up to the walkway along with the boot brush, a little sign to kind of tell people. Then we get out onto the walkway. So the big part that I tell people is, when you get out there, be mindful of the moment and kind of take it in. You're gonna feel your heart race a little bit, and the smiles kind of come from there.
How involved were you with figuring out where this bridge would be?
So we obviously had a design build team with engineers and architects and an ODNR's engineering side to help out with this stuff, but we had a whole team of professionals from the initial stages that looked
like what you wanted to highlight. And
we knew the whole park, and we evaluated each of the areas, and we kind of chose this because we thought it was going to be the best and most appropriate place to put something like this.
You do have the sun.
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
the clearing of the trees, so you could really take advantage of this glass.
Yeah. So as we walk out here, this is where the walkway gets its name, Falls Edge Glass Walkway. It's one of the few spots that you kind of walk out and you're looking out and over and down on a waterfall.
Wow. Wow. This is freaky geeky. I love this. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And we've had no shortage of water lately.
Yeah, so that's the awesome side to this, is right now we're getting a ton of people. We've had tens of thousands of people that have come to see this place in the recent weeks since it's opened. And we're looking for continued visitors in the years to come.
And this is the Minnehaha Falls.
Yes, this is upper, and that was lower Minnehaha Falls.
It's freaky looking down though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's freaking me out a little bit.
They built one of these at the Grand Canyon too.
So this is the first of its kind in ODNR's catalog of offerings. So there wasn't really anything that we had in our catalog statewide that was anything like this, and it's one of the neat sides that makes it very unique and special. Yep. We have folks coming from all areas. We've had people from 16 states call, including Canada, that all want to visit Ohio, and that's just awesome.
So out of all the state parks, how did we choose Nelson?
So this one was part of ODNR director Mary Mertz's vision. You know, she kind of had the idea and was the brainchild behind it, and she knew she wanted this up at Nelson, and kind of took us to task, and we went through that design build phase and got our engineers and architects and the consulting firms, and kind of materialized from there.
How long from beginning to end of this project did it take?
So there were some challenges with construction from the design build stage. I'd say it was in a 2 to 3 year time frame. So the vision for this happened in the early 2020s, And we started construction a little bit over 2 years ago. Obviously, the steel was all manufactured in Ohio.
Wow.
These are specialized glass components that are inserts that go in here. These aren't things that you buy off the shelf.
No, these are very specialized pieces.
Required
these
a little
are not
bit
gonna
of
rust.
Yeah.
The power coating and you know.
So it's a very robust structure. It's designed to last for years to come, but a lot of thought went into the design to be able to still allow us to connect with nature.
I love it. And the
this blends in
at the end.
the way it cantilevers out, and we think
May
it's
I
just.
ask what the price tag on this little baby was?
It was in the $1.6 million range, and that includes the bridge or the walkway and the wayfinding stations that we've seen around the
Well,
park.
that seems pretty fair.
Yeah. So I can tell you, like I said, since we've opened, tens of thousands of people have come here to visit. And, you know, there's people visiting from all over. It obviously doesn't cost anything to visit Ohio State parks, including this place, but many of these folks are going and visiting our surrounding restaurants, and you know there's a lot of great places to eat in the Mahoning Valley.
I mean, there is a lot happening, and they're, you know, introducing themselves to all these great places around here because it really is beautiful. And as you said, it's free, and you really got to get back into nature because it's a quality of life. It's a sanity issue, really.
Yeah, as we talked about, you know, you had some visionaries in the Mahoning Valley, Volney Rogers, and
I know, he's one of your heroes.
One of my heroes, recognized the importance of preserving nature and giving us a place to connect and still enjoy it.
Right. I mean, we've just got to keep these special places, you know, untouched. I love what you've done here.
Thank you.
And I will be back. I mean, this is actually a place where you take friends that are from out of town and that.
Yes.
It's that special.
Yeah, so we've had people from all walks of life and all over that have come here, and it's going to continue. And we're ready and happy that they're coming here. So,
hey, you keep me in the loop.
Will
Continue
do.
to razzle dazzle me, John.
I'll try. I will try.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor. This is Senior Solutions, brought to you by the Reese family, the owners of Briarfield Healthcare Centers. This new series will explain care programs available to your family. Right now, we're at Briarfield Place in Boardman. Now, this is just one of your skilled nursing facilities.
That's correct. The other two are located in Austintown, Briarfield at Ashley Circle and Briarfield Manor.
What exactly is skilled nursing? What does that offer?
Skilled nursing offers 24-hour nursing care, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, wound care, and IV therapy.
So it can be long-term or short-term.
That's correct. All three of our facilities provide short-term rehab services as well as long-term care for those residents who need to remain there.
Briarfield knows you have lots of questions, and they have the answers. With Senior Solutions, you'll have a clear understanding of Briarfield's care programs.
It's patio season at Carmela's. Enjoy our family's traditional Italian favorites and creative daily specials. We're open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. Carmela's on Western Reserve Road in Boardman.
Weight loss goals aren't one size fits all. At Hurricane Health and Wellness, we understand the struggle. We've been there too. That's why we offer the most popular, effective weight loss medications at an affordable price. Look and feel your best today with Hurricane Health and Wellness.
You already know us for our top-tier windows, but what about our advanced gutter systems? With our Double Pro gutter filtration, 2 layers of industrial-grade aluminum keeps debris out of your gutters and drives rainwater away from your home. Plus, our continuous hanger technology reinforces your entire gutter system for maximum strength and drainage. And we'll install it all in as little as 1 day. Why wait for the next storm to get gutters that perform? Not only do we stand behind our gutters, we hang on them.
This is GabaCamp, barrier-free camping and nature for our friends with disabilities. Thank you for your generous donations. We now have our first phase, but more work needs to be done. A lodge will provide a meeting place and food service for our adults with disabilities and their families. GabaCamp is a 501c3 organization. We need your help to grow. Donate to GabaCamp. Given is living.
Hi, I'm Robbie Fellman.
And I'm John Stanko from Boardman Subaru, where the Subaru A Lot to Love event is going on now.
We're celebrating the safest vehicles on the road with the highest resale value and the best customer satisfaction in the industry.
Come check out amazing deals this month with great lease payments and special APR financing.
Come and see why there's a lot to love at Boardman Subaru,
just south of Route 224 on South Avenue.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Well, it is summertime and I've been on a salad binge. I don't want to cook, and there is such fresh ingredients available right now. Whether you have a garden or a farm stand at the grocery store, they've got a ton of local produce. And the tomatoes are beautiful, cukes, peppers. We're gonna make panzanella. It is a Tuscan bread salad. And I think it was originally used for day-old bread or stale bread. And I toasted mine. I don't have that much stale bread laying around. But this comes together quickly. It is really flavorful, and I think you're really gonna love it. We'll be right back. We are going to do the ingredients for panzanella. For this recipe, you'll need 4 cups of dense bread cubes, Old World, pumpernickel, sourdough, 2 cups of fresh tomatoes cut into a 1-inch dice, 1/2 red onion thinly sliced, 1/2 cucumber peeled, sliced, and quartered, 1 green pepper sliced thin, and a mixture of fresh herbs, basil, oregano, mint. For the dressing, you'll need 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a 1/4 cup of juice from the tomatoes, salt and pepper to taste. Well, the first thing I did was cube about 1/2 loaf, because they're round, the Tuscan loaves, and it's a really dense bread. I put them about 1 inch size, tossed them in some olive oil, and threw them in the oven for about 20 minutes at 350. So now we have a nice crisp bread chunks. If you have stale bread and it is crispy, you can just tear that up and use that also. And the next thing we have to do is we are going to render some of the juice from these tomatoes, because it really is a nice addition to the dressing. And this only takes a few minutes. Dump them in a strainer and use about a tablespoon or so of salt. And what we're gonna do is mix this up, and we're gonna let this sit, and it'll draw out some of the juices. And it also just adds a little flavor to the tomatoes too. And after about 5 or 10 minutes, we will draw enough liquid, and then we're gonna add that to our salad dressing. And we did get some nice juice out of these tomatoes. See, look at that, beautiful red. And all we need is about 1/4 cup. So we'll put that in, perfect, dripping on the counter. And this is going to be used for the dressing. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to assemble the dressing and then add the salad to it. So we'll start with the olive oil. That's about 1/4 cup. And remember, these aren't all precise measurements. You can do, what you really like in these. I like the white wine. You could also use sherry, you could use a red wine vinegar. There's a lot of nice options there. But I think the white wine is nice and crisp. Of course, my standard ingredient, always put the Dijon in. And we are going to add the tomato juice. That's all the ingredients. So, because I salted the tomatoes, there is salt in this dressing already. So you see I didn't add any salt or pepper. Okay, so let me test this real quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it does not need one thing. If you want more salt, you can do it, but this is perfect. So what we're gonna do is return all these ingredients to the bowl. Start with the tomatoes and green pepper. Oh my gosh, they are popping everywhere. Red onion, I don't grow red onions, but They're very reasonable at the store. You could also use a sweet onion, Vidalia, whatever you like. And the cucumbers, really nice right now. And of course, the star of the show is the bread for the panzanella. So now we put that in. And we are going to toss this and let all that goodness from the bottom mix in with the bread and the vegetables. Look how pretty this is. Now I'm gonna add some fresh herbs. And this is just what I had outside. I'll tell you, my basil is not doing very well this year, but I did get some. My mint, of course, is crazy town. It keeps growing and showing up everywhere. And then my oregano is doing really good. So I'm gonna just drop in the oregano, and then I'm gonna add some mint since I have so much of it, and just tear it up. Now we're gonna toss it further. And I really like my salad with a bit of bite with the bread. So I am going to say, serve this immediately. Don't prepare this well in advance because then you're gonna have soggy bread. So let's get this plated and we are gonna taste panzanella. This is a beautiful salad. Fresh, everything in it. Oh, it is just perfect for summer. Now, if you want to add a protein to it, you can do maybe some chopped bacon or grilled chicken, but it's vegetarian right now, and I think it is perfect the way it is. And we still got a little crunch with the breadcrumb, and you just pick up all these other little nuggets, and they're delicious. And what is perfect to serve with this? I love the rosé all day, and this one is from the south of France. It is Carillon La Rosé, and it is very reasonable, and it is delightful and dry. It is just perfect for this dish. So you have got to make this. It is so easy. Panzanella, the recipe is available on my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Let's not have summer end. Have some Tuscan bread salad. Cheers. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
For over 75 years, Kamara Jewelers has been the destination for quality jewelry. Our collection has a piece for everyone, in every occasion. Whether you're starting a new chapter, celebrating a milestone, or showing appreciation for the special people in your life, you can find a piece that reflects your love. At Kamara, we're about timelessness. Our jewelry isn't just for special occasions, it's for everyday moments that deserve a touch of elegance.
Get real, get Kamara. Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank, and that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too, and Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank, rock solid.
Hi, I'm Michael Senchak, and First Light Home Care is trusted by local, state, and national veteran organizations to arrange needed services for local vets. Most of these services come at no cost to the individual. Our goal is simple, to offer the services you need to stay in your home. This may include assistance with mobility, bathing, personal care, and meal preparation.
We are proud to serve our local veteran heroes. Thank you for your service and for trusting our family to take care of yours for over 10 years.
Giving is living.
In Newcastle is the historic Warner Cascade Museum right here in the Riverplex. And the president of that board is Jerry Kern. How did you get this all started, and how did you acquire some of this ancient film equipment and all the history of the Warner Brothers?
It started in 1994 when I read that the Warner Brothers had opened their very first theater here in Newcastle. And shortly after that, I met Cass Warner she had just published a book on the history of the Warner family.
Yeah.
And I explained to her I had started a nonprofit, and we were going to reopen the Cascade Theater, and she wanted to be involved in the project.
What did Cass really bring to the table? Because you said she is in the movie business. Well, was. She's passed now.
Yes. She brought contacts to us, so we had kind of an open line to Warner Brothers Studio.
Mm-hmm.
She also brought with her a lot of the history behind the Warner family.
How many family members are left? Like the heirs and the children of the Warner Brothers and grandchildren.
The brothers were part of a family. There were 12 children.
Right.
All have passed away. And so now you even talk about Cass Warner. She's the granddaughter of Harry Warner, but like you said, she's passed away. So there really isn't any family members that have a really in-depth interest in the legacy of the Warner family.
Because you do have quite a bit of the history when they were growing up in Youngstown and stuff.
We have a lady on our board, Betty DeRicio, who is a professional research person. And she researched the whole history of the Warner family, and she shared this information with Cass. And Cass used a lot of her information when she had her second edition of her book. So there was corrections that needed to be made in the book. But it was a give and take. Cass shared some of her family pictures from her family album with us. That's what you see on our wall.
What is your funding source? Do you have a periodic fundraisers and to keep this going?
We do an annual fundraiser through the Community Foundation, and we have people who just donate. We have a donation box when you come into our museum that people put money in.
What do you think is the most interesting thing you've learned that they've done? Because everything's amazing, like Sam. I had no idea that he, brought the talkie to the theaters.
Different things are important to different people. And from my heart, I'm going to answer the question the way I feel.
Okay.
And this was, the Warner family lived in a village in the Russian Empire. And they had a very authoritarian type of government.
Mm-hmm.
The father had to get permission from the Russian government as to what work he would do. He got permission to be a shoemaker. When they came to this country, they didn't have those restrictions on them. They were able to do, of course, it had to be legal, but they started a ton of business. Even when they were in Youngstown, they probably started at least a half a dozen different businesses before they got into the movie business. To understand the difference that different economic systems afford people. They could have stayed in the Russian Empire and lived a life of poverty, or they could come and have all these wonderful freedoms, and they could start an empire that we all know today and create a legacy that is going to live on forever. But the only way they can create an empire and a lasting legacy is to have some kind of a product to sell to people. So we all benefited from their legacy. We all are a little better off. We all have become educated through their movies. We all have become just better people. We've become a better country because of what they gave us.
Bob Vargo is the acting curator at the museum. And of course, if you're doing a theater museum, you better have a theater. So you have two of these.
Yes.
And these are very nice and comfortable.
They are indeed. We're grateful to Tinseltown. They donated the seating, which we had installed. And we have two theaters representing the two theaters that the Warners opened here in Newcastle, which were their first two. The Cascade Theater and the Bijou Theater.
Oh, so it's like a twin cinema here.
They were separated by another competitor in between the two.
Wow. So what do you show here?
We show films at Christmas time, We show films. I mentioned to your camera guy that we show Night of the Living Dead during Halloween.
Wow.
With some other freaky films. And we show a Sherlock Holmes series.
And that went really well.
That's our best one so far in attendance.
You have every Looney Tune cartoon.
We have all of them, yes.
I mean, that is a huge acquisition right there.
Well, it is, but it isn't. When you see how many there were, I think it comes out of about 120, 130 cartoons.
Because I never see those anymore. I mean, they were on every Saturday morning, you know?
They've been declared too violent for us to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we won't get into that.
What have you learned about the Warner Brothers that you did not know? I mean, a lot of people don't even realize that they were born in Youngstown, Ohio.
Well, I knew they were born here because Shai Loxton, who was a good friend of mine, whose tailor shop was in the Warner building.
Right, yes.
He told me that Jack Warner used to stop in from time to time.
Wow, and I mean, the Rayen School, they're graduates, they were athletes there.
Jack kept coming back over and over to Youngstown because he had friends here. He had 4 Warner brothers who were the heart and soul of Warner Brothers films, and they're all exceptional people.
People have got to just come and see this because I don't think they realize how entwined, Youngstown and Newcastle are with Hollywood and really the beginning of the film industry.
This is a call out to the city of Youngstown. As you enter the city from all 4 directions, there should be a plaque that says,
Home.
Boyhood Home of the Warner Brothers.
You know what, I'm going to get on that.
There's only one plaque and it's downtown, you can't even see it. It's on the boulevard there in the middle, across from Powers. When it's done, each wall will have its own genre. A lot of the genres the Warners created. The gangster film, exclusively a Warner thing.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Coming from Youngstown and Newcastle.
Well, Youngstown, hell. Jack was a member of a teenage gang, so.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, there's all these fun facts that you will find out when you visit this museum.
We will talk your ear off when you come.
For more information regarding any content from our show, please visit our website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Your comments and ideas are appreciated. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.